Since I was a kid, I always like to learn new things or new skills. And in that time, I was thinking like it was optional. Like if I want to learn, I will. But if I don't, I just don't. But learning new things always caught my attention. And if I see something that I want to do, if I see something that I want to learn, I always wanted it to do. And when I went to college, they sent me to do like a electrical course or take classes for welding, take classes about computer system or to work in computers. Even I take a course about doing like Photoshop or editing photos. And in that time, it wasn't optional anymore. I did have to do it even if I don't wanted it. Or went to college, I did have to do it even if I don't wanted it, because it was something that I have to do it to become better so I can work for somebody and make money. Sometimes we think like, oh, I don't have time to learn this thing, or I don't have time to do this new thing, or I don't have time to improve my skills or improve myself in something. But I will tell you this, like if you learn new skills, you don't even gonna know, but learning new things is gonna change your life. So welcome to this video. My name is Kerlin Ortez, and today we're gonna talk about why learning new skills can change your life. Like I said, my whole life I've been thinking like, oh, I should learn this, I should do this. And most of the people, they might feel in this way. And most of the time when we are a kid, we want to learn everything and we want to do everything. But sometimes we think like, oh, I might never gonna use it, so I will waste my time. Like for me, I was going to college for agronomic, and I was like, that is something that I want to do. Yes, I always wanted it to work in my dad's farm with my family and the farm and everything with coffee. But I always wanted it to work with machines too. I always wanted to do electrical work. That's why I keep going with that career, and I start studying about machines, and I start going to college for industrial and going to college for electrical stuff. That's what called my attention. And in that time, I would think like, oh, that will never gonna feel me, or I will never gonna use that. So I was learning how to weld too, and I was like, when do I can use that? And thank God that I did both careers, because if I don't, you imagine, now I will never have the opportunity that I have right now to work for one company where I do welding, I do industrial, I do electrical work, everything at the same time, because I do maintenance. And it's because I have the opportunity to study, and now I know most of the things, so it's easier for me. But in that time, I was thinking like, I was never gonna use this kind of thing, and now I find the opportunity to do it now, and they pay me good for doing that thing that I like it. So in that time, I was thinking like I was wasting my time going to college or studying, and now that I see myself, of course I didn't. And I would say like, I know it's hard when we start learning a new thing. Like when I start learning English, I was like, oh my God, I will never learn English, this is too hard. When I was trying to study like the verbs and stuff like that, like how to speak and everything, when I was trying to speak to people, that was very hard for me. And I was like, I will never. But I just keep going, and now you see, I can speak to you, I can speak to the camera, and I can speak for a long time about different topics. And I know my English is not perfect, but recording videos, I keep studying every day. But I never stop studying English, because this is hard and I have to keep learning. It's like going to the gym too. Like at first it's very hard, but and then when you just keep going every day, then it gets easier. And that's why I feel like most people, they quit going to the gym or they quit learning English, because they think like, oh, it's too hard. But it's just the beginning. The beginning is the most harder part, but and then it gets easier. But like I said, learning new skills, like you see the way now I speak English, and this opened a lot of doors for me. Now I am not scared to talk to people, I am not scared to go everywhere. So I can talk and I can express myself, I can say whatever I want. I can speak this language. Like right now I am in the United States, I have to know how to speak English, and most of the people, they don't realize that. And sometimes I was very desperate. I was like, oh my God, when do I'm going to learn English, because it's painfully, it's slow and it's hard to learn it. And I know how hard it is to like talk to people and you don't know how to express yourself and you get very shy. But I don't know, I just wanted to tell you, and I want to put this example about how learning English can change your life, and that can happen with a lot of things in your life, because speaking English is a new skill too. Now I'm trying to learn Portuguese too, and I will talk about that in other videos too. But you see the way like now I know about electrical work, and every time like I have the opportunity to learn something, I just do it because sometimes I don't know when do I am going to use that. And learning new skills, that doesn't gonna give you just money, because that can give you a lot of money too. But most of the time it gives you more options too. Like right now, I am not scared to quit my job. I am not scared to get fired of my job because now I have a lot of skills and I can work wherever I want. And I always like to feel it in that way. Like I am not scared to tell anything to people. I am not scared to express myself and say whatever I want or do whatever I want. And I don't mean like I'm gonna be bad in that job just because I can't have another one. No, I have to do good. And in the same time, I learn new skills because you are doing good and you are learning new job. And most of the times we will say like, I will learn what I needed. But no, it doesn't work like that. Sometimes you're gonna have the opportunity to do the new thing that you like. Because when you learn something new, your mind's open and you start to seeing that everywhere. Like now that I speak Portuguese, I see a lot of people everywhere, a lot of Brazilian, and I speak Portuguese with them. But when I used to go out to parties, go out to the street, I have never seen people talking in Portuguese, and now I see it everywhere. But with this video, I just wanted to tell you like how important it is to, when you have the opportunity to learn something new, just do it. Trying to learn that. Don't lose the opportunity that you have right now to learn new things, to learn new skills. And you will see like how strong you will feel it, because you know something. You are not scared to go out to look for a new job, to find new opportunities, because you know already. And even if you don't know perfect, because most of the time we don't know the skills perfect. Like my first time when I was welding, I used to say like, oh, I was perfect, I know how to do it, just to find a job. And then when I was there, I don't know this. But I don't know, God's helped me or something, I don't know. Even with another kind of welding, because there is 3 types of welding, like electrodo, MIG, and TIG. And I know one time I tried like MIG and TIG, but I didn't actually know how to do it. And I said, yes, I know how to weld that. And when I was there, I just learned it. So sometimes if you have tried a little bit and you need to find a new opportunity, I mean, you don't really need to lie, but as long as you know how to defend yourself and do the thing, you can say it. So this is it, the video of today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.